Hi, my name is Beth of Beth's Chocolate, and this video is the second part of my personal testimony of MS and how I treat it with this little guy. So I hope that you've seen the first part already. And first let me reiterate that this little piece of chocolate is not candy, it is chocolate. And it is my goal to get you to start thinking of chocolate as something associated not only that it is a food, but it is a superfood and can be used as an alternative medicine, and that's the way I use it. Now, I am not a doctor. I am not giving any kind of medical advice. Hopefully you have not reached that stage of totally giving up. If you are mad that nothing has worked and still think you are worth fighting for, then welcome. This is almost too simple. So why does this chocolate work? Well, first of all, let's talk about the disease. Multiple sclerosis is an autoimmune disease. Malnutrition diseases are autoimmune diseases, and you are not going to find the perfect one shot to cure something that exists because our diet lacks the antioxidants to fight the disease. So first let's talk about the enemy. The enemy is free radicals. I'm going to read this because I didn't do well in chemistry. Free radical is an atom with an unpaired electron in the outermost shell. So these little guys are the big pains in the butt. They cause all kinds of problems. They cause rusting. They cause rusting in our own bodies, which is called oxidation. Our bodies go through the same process every day. As we breathe, eat, sleep, and exercise, our body experiences oxidation. This is the cause of aging and more than 200 degenerative diseases. Hello. So with the help of antioxidants, however, you can greatly reduce the number of free radicals in your body. And that's the name of the game. So how do we fight free radicals? Antioxidants. What has antioxidants? Food. Not just real food. So the best food for fighting free radicals has the highest antioxidants. This is measured by the ORAC value, or the oxygen radical absorbency capacity. That means its ability to annihilate free radicals. So let's sum up with what I'm telling you. Disease is created by free radicals. Free radicals is beaten by antioxidants. Antioxidants comes from food, not medicine. So how do we know what food is going to help us? I kind of go to the food because not to slam medicine. Medicine is made to treat symptoms, not made to heal you. To become a drug, and I heard this on a training that was given by a lawyer who had worked for a pharmaceutical firm, an element must be proven by the scientific method, which means it has to go through three parts. It has to be identified, isolate, and synthesized. First, the compound is identified in the plant, then it is isolated to see that it will still operate. Then if it can't be synthesized, which means copied for mass production, then it cannot be proven by the scientific method and cannot be turned into a drug and sold to the mass market or to your doctor to give to you. This doesn't mean it doesn't work. There are compounds out there that have been discovered for cures but have never been marketed because they cannot operate out of their plant form. So they have been abandoned. This piece of healthy dark chocolate works. It has been proven in scientific studies, hundreds of scientific studies, because it works. The elements that are the power in the chocolate were identified. We had Shosai successfully isolated them out of the rest of the chocolate and in a patented cold process placed them back into the chocolate so the chocolate could maintain its whole food position. And what's its position? ORAC numbers. I'm going to go back to the ORACs. I did a little study. We actually had a chart, and I actually went to the USDA site, which I invite you to do. And it's got a chart which, we only had 20, but I pulled one that's like 18 pages long. And it's got the ORAC value for apples, agave, the watermelon, artichokes, which I was really pleased to see a pretty high ORAC value on them. But cocoa, dry powder, the total mean on that is 80,933. And watermelon was at a whopping 141. Woo! So, love watermelon, but apparently it's not going to help me in my disease fight. But I'm going to still eat watermelon. So, why is this better than this? And why are you not going to be able to say, well, I'm just going to go and buy some Hershey's at the store? No. What happens when you cook vegetables? Well, you know, you lose half the nutrients. And the same thing with the cocoa bean, and that's what they do. They cook them, they lessonize them, they put milk into it, they put white sugar into it, which is whitened with formaldehyde. So, I mean, even with that, there is still a lot of antioxidant properties, amazingly, but that's how powerful it is. But it still cuts down so many of those antioxidants that you need. So anyway, the amount of antioxidants is so critical. I give this example. I knew a guy who was going through chemo for cancer, and I tried to share with him an energy drink before I knew about the chocolate. And I talked to him about antioxidants, and he laughed at me and told me that he had antioxidants in his Lipton iced tea. And I was just stunned, because that is like having a garden that's about to die from lack of water, than being proud of yourself because you go out and throw half a cup of water in the middle of it. Well, it's a good start, but you need to flood the sucker, just like you need to flood your body with antioxidants if you're really trying to fight disease. And there are hundreds of chocolate studies, and I could go through them now, but I don't have time. I'll just Google a study, pick a condition, pick it with chocolate, and I guarantee you're going to find one. There's one. I found one on atherosclerosis, because I thought, well, you know, at least some sclerosis, because I couldn't find anything on multiple sclerosis, and I kind of read through some here why, and I picked up one study that says the cause of multiple sclerosis is still unknown. That means they're not going to make any money real quick, you know, from any grant money that they're getting. But the one statement I picked up was, in multiple sclerosis, inflammation causes the myelin to disappear. Well, there are so many studies about chocolate and inflammation. And in inflammation itself, just learned recently from our upline, Dr. Soli, that inflammation can help be a catalyst to all these different kinds of diseases. And so, anyway, there's another reason why it would work, and why it works on me. I will say this: if you are taking aspartame, if you're drinking diet pops, please stop, because there's aspartame reactions are commonly misdiagnosed as Epstein-Barr, chronic fatigue syndrome, Alzheimer's, ALS, epilepsy, PMS, and multiple sclerosis. So please, doorway.com, DORWAY.com, please go look at what aspartame can do, and why, just in case you drink a lot of diet pop, why it might just be aspartame poisoning. So anyway, winding it up, all of these different things, chocolate, there's all these studies that help all this, that prove that it helps improve all, you know, any disease in these areas. And that's why I know it helps me, even though I haven't found a specific study. So if you're still willing to fight for you, just how tough does it sound to say, all right, you're going to fight this enemy, you're